Washington. The Supreme Court on Monday allowed the third version of the Trump administration's travel ban to go into effect while legal challenges against it continue. The decision was a victory for the administration after its mixed success before the court over the summer, when justices considered and eventually dismissed disputes over the second version. The court's brief, unsigned orders on Monday urged appeals courts to move swiftly to determine whether the latest ban was lawful. Justices Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Sonia Sotomayor said they would have denied the administration's request to allow the latest ban to go into effect. The court's orders mean that the administration can fully enforce its new restrictions on travel from 8 nations, 6 of them predominantly Muslim. For now, most citizens of Iran, Libya, Syria, Yemen, Somalia, Chad, and North Korea will be barred from entering the United States, along with some groups of people from Venezuela. The restrictions vary in their details, but in most cases, citizens of the countries will be unable to emigrate to the United States permanently, and many will be barred from working, studying, or vacationing here. Iran, for example, will still be able to send its citizens on student exchanges, though such visitors will be subject to enhanced screening. Somalis will no longer be allowed to emigrate to the United States, but may visit with extra screening. The Supreme Court's orders effectively overturned a compromise in place since June, when the court said travelers with connections to the United States could continue to travel here notwithstanding restrictions in an earlier version of the ban. The orders gave no reasons for the court's shift. The move did suggest that the administration's chances of prevailing at the Supreme Court when the justices consider the lawfulness of the latest ban have markedly increased. Attorney General Jeff Sessions called the order a substantial victory for the safety and security of the American people. A spokesman for the White House, Hogan Gidley, said, "We are not surprised by today's Supreme Court decision, calling it lawful and essential to protecting our homeland." The American Civil Liberties Union, which represents people and groups challenging the ban, said it would continue to argue against the ban as challenges against it in lower appeals courts proceed. President Trump's anti-Muslim prejudice is no secret. He has repeatedly confirmed it, including just last week on Twitter, said Omar Jadwat, director of the ACLU's Immigrants' Rights Project. It's unfortunate that the full ban can move forward for now, but this order does not address the merits of our claims. In a pair of filings in the Supreme Court, Solicitor General Noel J. Francisco said Mr. Trump had acted under his broad constitutional and statutory authority to control immigration when he issued a new proclamation in September announcing the new travel restrictions. Mr. Francisco wrote that the process leading to the proclamation was more deliberate than those that had led to earlier bans, issued in January and March. Those orders were temporary measures, he wrote, while the proclamation was the product of extensive study and deliberation.